King Charles issues defiant warning to Putin in emotional state banquet speech. Britain and Germany stand shoulder to shoulder against Russian aggression. Windsor Castle transformed into a glittering bastion of European solidarity on Wednesday evening, the 3rd of December 2025. As King Charles III used the pomp of a state banquet to deliver a stirring rebuke to Vladimir Putin, declaring that the United Kingdom and Germany stand with Ukraine and bolster Europe against the threat of further Russian aggression. Hosting German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and First Lady Elke Budenbender. The first such visit in 27 years, the monarch's words, spoken partly in fluent German, amid rising continental tensions, resonated like a clarion call for unity. In St. George Hall, beneath a towering 6-meter Christmas tree ablaze with 3,000 lights. In red, gold, and white, Charles blended poignant historical reflection with unyielding resolve, reminding the 160 assembled guests that the scars of the past must fuel a shared defense of democracy today. The banquet, the emotional crescendo of a 3-day state visit, unfolded under the hall's 14th-century hammerbeam roof. Adorned with poinsettias and berries in festive crimson, a subtle nod to the German origins of Britain's beloved Christmas tree tradition. First brought to Windsor by Queen Charlotte in 1800 and immortalized by Prince Albert. Guests dined on smoked salmon with caviar, roast venison with red cabbage, and a flambéed Black Forest gâteau, savoring a menu that fused Anglo-German heritage. Charles' address, crafted with ministerial input, struck a chord of defiance amid Putin's latest belligerence. Hours earlier, the Russian leader had rejected amendments to a US-brokered Ukraine peace draft, proclaiming Moscow ready for war with Europe and accusing Kyiv's allies of torpedoing talks. Downing Street branded it Kremlin claptrap and saber-rattling. But Charles elevated the response to moral imperative. The United Kingdom and Germany together stand with Ukraine and bolster Europe against the threat of further Russian aggression. This was no off-the-cuff remark, it was a deliberate escalation. From the throne, rare for a monarch bound by constitutional neutrality, Charles spotlighted the German-British bridging battalion at Minden, a NATO linchpin where troops from both nations train in tandem, literally building bridges in a unique partnership at the heart of NATO. He recalled his 2023 state trip to Germany, the first of his reign, where Steinmeier invited him to address the Bundestag in remarkable friendship. Together, they toured Christmas markets, contemplated reconciliation at St. Nikolai Memorial, Hamburg's World War II firebombing site, and inspected green energy ports. Mi complace enormemente que su visita a Londres y Coventry. Leve muchos de los mismos temas, Charles said, celebrating the deeply historic and richly innovative relationship rooted in 14th-century trade guilds from Dortmund and Cologne that dominated Europe for 2 centuries. Charles confronted history's shadows head-on. We have experienced the darkest of times and the most terrible consequences of conflict, he intoned, marking 36 years since the Berlin Wall's fall. And the upheavals, Brexit, populism, tech revolutions, that followed. But perhaps now, so many decades later, the acknowledgement of past suffering has become the basis for an honest friendship, renewed and redoubled. This meditation turned the hall, once a medieval armory, into a sanctuary of healing, where World War II ghosts yielded to vows against autocracy. The Kensington Treaty of July 2025, the first formal pact since 1945, enshrined that bond in defense, trade, migration, and education. A blueprint for a free, peaceful Europe that Steinmeier echoed. We work side by side in support of Ukraine. Lighter interludes humanized the gravity. Charles quipped on football, there was some element of truth. In the famous description of football as a game where 11 play 11. And in the end the Germans win, eliciting roars from guests, including Claudia Schiffer and Sir Matthew Vaughan, Hans Zimmer, Motsi Mabuse, Axel Scheffler, Thomas Hitzelsberger, and Georgia Stanway. The menu, hot smoked trout tartlet with langoustines and quail eggs. Windsor partridge supreme with confit cabbage, baked Alaska. With blackberry, vanilla, and raspberry ice creams, blended restraint and heartiness. Served on George IV's silver gilt grand service. The visit's choreography was impeccable. Steinmeier and Budenbender arrived via carriage procession, escorted by household cavalry through cheering crowds. A 41-gun salute thundered from Windsor Home Park at midday. As the royal party greeted them at the station, William and Kate welcomed at Heathrow, their sapphire blues coordinating with Camilla's. Thursday brought Steinmeier's private tribute at St. George Chapel, laying flowers at Queen Elizabeth II's tomb, a custom he honored at her 2022 funeral, calling her a true friend and shining example. Charles and Camilla joined for a big help-out reception on volunteering, Camilla guiding Budenbender through stalls, exclaiming brilliant. This third 2025 state visit, after Trump and Macron, reaffirms Charles' reign as bridge builder. His Putin warning, amid Russia's peace rejection, aligns with Starmer's Downing Street migration and Ukraine talks. The Kensington Treaty, defense pacts, green energy, quantum tech, stands firm. Charles' German fluency and Albert heritage add authenticity. His speech a moral compass in turbulent times. As Petit Fours circulated and Elgar met Brahms, the hall echoed. From 1066 to 2025, Charles' vow, renew our shared determination to face the future together, with honesty, and in deep friendship. Transcends Windsor. In an era of walls and wars, the king proves, friendships forged in fire endure brightest.